teach us to care and not to care. T.S. Eliot. This was an audiobook I had to write. I've worked in women's health, particularly around transitions, for the last 15 years. As I started to go through menopause myself, I discovered firsthand just how powerful the tools I use are for this life stage. Many of the women I see in my practice are postmenopausal, or in the late stages of peri-menopause, the transition stage leading up to menopause. But this isn't why they come to me. They often come for help with issues such as lack of sleep, weight gain, and sudden onset anxiety. I quickly made the connection between the experiences that those women were having and their life stage. In working with them, I learned how individual each experience is. I know from my own experience that preparation and knowledge are key to a good menopause. It's much easier to make those adjustments and changes when you know what is happening to your body and what you can do to support those changes in a positive way. That's not to say that there is a magic wand. I know how hard perimenopause can hit. My hair fell out in handfuls, and at one point I had a monk's crown. But people comment on my positive attitude, and it's true that mindset makes all the difference. The impact of unconscious thoughts and feelings cannot be underestimated, and how I thought about it helped me respond to it. In my early 40s, I knew that preparing by adapting and making lifestyle changes would benefit me in the long run. Some of these were simple self-care changes, but others were harder, like changing lifelong attitudes to diet and exercise. I also became disciplined in my meditation practice, something that had been harder as a new parent, but which was easier as my children grew into adults. We tend to think of menopause as a very physical experience, and a lot of the time it is, but it's so much more. It's a transition from one stage of life to another. Like all transitions, it can be powerful and exhilarating, but also tough. There will be days when you just about stay afloat, knowing that the day will pass. Experiences can be physical, emotional, or spiritual. And sometimes, all of those things at the same time. No wonder it's a roller coaster. A note about terminology. Did you know that menopause, as medically defined, is just one day of your life? It's officially the 365th day after your last period. Often you might hear people say, "I'm going through the menopause." And in truth, if you have still had a period in the last 12 months, you are perimenopausal, which means around menopause. Culturally, we talk about perinatal mental well-being, so for the sake of clarity and continuity, I will refer to perimenopausal well-being, menopausal transition, or the time around menopause. This audiobook is about your well-being around menopause, whether that spans years or months, up to that 365th day after your last period. Owning your experience. A menopausal transition isn't just a set of symptoms. In fact, in this audiobook, I don't use the word symptom. Instead, I refer to experiences or expressions of menopause. By doing this, I'm inviting you to reassess your menopausal transition as something that you have control over, experience by experience. It is all new. Each day that passes, your hormones adjust and shift in different ways. Being tuned into this as a set of experiences creates a deeper connection with this transition to a new chapter. This is all about change, changes to your body, your life, and your mindset. A lot of menopause books discuss hormonal changes, what medication to take, what food to eat, and the type of exercise that will benefit you. It's wonderful that this information is out there and gaining traction, as it is sorely needed. But the big question for me has always been how. How do you make all those changes when it sometimes means changing lifelong habits?